Just like the country's mangoes and bananas, there is a high and steady demand for homegrown nurses abroad. An estimated 20,000 leave the country for greener pastures overseas. But the president wants to put a cap on this number and set it at a significantly lower 25% mark, which has drawn a lot of pushback from the nation's nightingales, whose concerns PTV's Naomi Tiburcia sums up in this report.
Last week, the president finally lifted the temporary healthcare workers' deployment ban, allowing OFWs to continue working abroad. But along with this, starting 2021, only 5,000 healthcare workers will be allowed to leave the country on a yearly basis. This decision earned mixed reactions from nurses group, as this constitutes a small part of the almost 20,000 nurses who leave the country yearly. At the laging Handa briefing, Labor Secretary Sylvester Belli III clarified this number may yet be increased.
Ito namang cap na ito hindi rin permanent. It will be subject to assessment, regular assessment. In fact, sabi ko, if by early next year, nakikita natin na napla-flatten na yung curve ng pandemya and nakikita natin na medyo dumarating na yung vaccine, pwede naman natin i-adjust yung cap from 5 even to 10,000. But ang mahalaga, hindi tayo mawawalan ng mga healthcare workers.
But for Filipino Nurses United, the number of nurses should not pose as a problem, as nurses who remain in the Philippines currently not employed is still at around 200,000. On the duration of the lifting of the deployment ban, thousands of healthcare workers are expected to leave the country. But the FNU says the first come first served basis under the 5,000 yearly workers cap is hard for nurses, as acquiring the overseas employment certificate from the POEA hasn't been easy.
Ang posisyon namin, dapat wala ng cap kasi sa tingin namin yung deployment ban of the nurses ay hindi na kailangan and irrational. Una, dahil sa marami namang nurses na naghihintay lang na dapat matap or ma-maximize, ma-employ ng gobyerno kung bibigyan lang ng maayos, makataong sahod.
Among the hospitals where healthcare workers experience such problem is the Philippine General Hospital. DOH has already talked to the PGH on this matter.
And sabi nga ni Director Gap, nakahanap na sila actually and they are soon to resolve this. So lahat po ng ito ay mabibigyan na ng solusyon. It is addressed already and our healthcare workers are assured that they will receive these benefits that are accorded to them.
PGH says they had trouble distributing benefits as they lack savings and budget this 2020, considering the expenses this pandemic. The FNU is also hoping for a better support system when and if they contract the disease. They say it is only through these that Filipino nurses can begin trusting the domestic healthcare system, where they may eventually no longer find the need to leave the home country for better opportunities abroad. Naomi Tiburcia for The Nation.